Imagine for a moment that you're walking across the vast prairies of North America 12,000 years ago. The ground trembles beneath your feet, not from an earthquake, but from something far more majestic and terrifying. A herd of wild horses gallops toward you, but these aren't like any horses you've ever seen. They're more robust, more primitive, with manes flowing like war banners in the frigid wind of the Ice Age. These are the true American horses, Equus Scotti, and within a few thousand years, they will vanish forever from this continent, taking with them one of paleontology's most fascinating mysteries. What caused the ancestors of Mustangs to disappear from America? And why did their extinction change the course of human history forever? 55 million years ago, when the world was a completely different place, North America was the epicenter of equine evolution. Here, in these lands we now know as the United States and Canada, the first ancestors of all the world's horses were born. Equus Scotti wasn't just another horse. It was the result of millions of years of evolutionary perfection, specifically adapted to survive in the harsh landscapes of Pleistocene America. Standing approximately 14 hands high, 1.42 meters, it possessed a more compact and resilient body than modern horses, designed to face brutal winters and scorching summers. Their legs were incredibly strong, with hooves specially developed to navigate both rocky terrain and snow-covered plains. Their coat, thick and coarse, changed color with the seasons, darker in winter to absorb solar heat, lighter in summer to reflect intense rays. The American horse's habitat was a mosaic of extraordinary ecosystems. Imagine vast prairies stretching to the horizon, interrupted by forests of oaks and pines, alongside crystal-clear rivers that meandered between rolling hills. This was their world, a virgin continent where herds could migrate freely following the seasons. During summer, these magnificent creatures fed on nutritious grasses from open prairies, supplementing their diet with tender leaves from shrubs and bark. Their digestive system was perfectly calibrated to extract maximum energy from fibrous vegetation, allowing them to maintain their strength during long periods of scarcity. But most fascinating was their social behavior. Equus Scotti herds formed complex structures led by experienced mares who knew every water source, every seasonal pasture, every escape route. Dominant stallions fiercely protected their families, engaging in ritual combat that could last hours, where the loser would retreat with honor, but without offspring. In this apparent paradise lurked deadly dangers. The American lion, Panthera atrox, a feline 25% larger than current African lions, was the terror of the prairies. These super predators hunted in groups, using ambush tactics to bring down adult horses. The horses developed extraordinary defenses. Their speed wasn't their only weapon. They could deliver devastating kicks with a force of over 1,000 pounds per square inch, enough to shatter a lion's skull. Additionally, their senses were hyper-developed. They could detect a predator's scent from over a mile away, and their laterally positioned eyes provided them with almost 360-degree vision. Equus Scotti reproduction was a crucial event for species survival. Mares gave birth after 11 months of gestation, typically to a single foal, born fully developed and capable of running within the first hours of life. Foals were born with lighter, striped coats, a natural camouflage that protected them from predators. During the first 6 months, they remained constantly beside their mothers, learning not only to find food, but also the complex social codes of the herd. Each year, American horse herds embarked on epic migrations covering hundreds of miles. Following ancestral routes encoded in their genetic memory, they traveled from the frigid northern tundra to the temperate southern valleys. These migrations weren't simply food searches. They were survival rituals where herds exchanged genetic material, avoiding inbreeding. Young horses took advantage of these encounters to form new alliances and establish their own territories. Approximately 15,000 years ago, the first human hunters arrived in North America across the Beringia land bridge. These weren't simple gatherers. They were specialized hunters with advanced lithic technology, sophisticated group strategies and, most lethally of all, fire. Equus scotti had never faced a predator like humans. Other carnivores hunted by instinct and necessity. Humans hunted with premeditation, strategy, and tools that multiplied their deadly effectiveness. The American horse's extinction wasn't sudden, but a gradual yet relentless decline lasting millennia. Factors combined in a perfect storm of destruction. Climate change at the end of the Pleistocene radically transformed ecosystems. The vast prairies that sustained millions of herbivores fragmented, replaced by dense forests less suitable for horses. Human hunting pressure intensified the problem. Archaeologists have found evidence of kill sites where entire herds were systematically hunted, possibly driven toward cliffs or swamps where they were more vulnerable. Exactly 10,000 years ago, the last Equus scotti took its final gallop on American soil. With it closed a chapter of 55 million years of equine evolution on the continent. Ironically, while horses went extinct in America, their relatives who had migrated toward Asia and Europe continued evolving. These survivors would eventually be domesticated by Asian humans, and thousands of years later would return to America in Spanish conquistadors' ships. Equus scotti fossils have provided crucial clues about Pleistocene megafauna evolution and extinction. Paleontologists use cutting-edge technology like 3D scanners and ancient DNA analysis to reconstruct not only their physical appearance but also their behavior, diet, and family relationships. A particularly exciting 2019 discovery revealed that some specimens preserved genetic material, opening the theoretical possibility of future scientific resurrections. The American horse's extinction changed the course of world history. Can you imagine how different the conquest of America would have been if indigenous peoples had possessed horses? How would agriculture, transportation, even warfare have evolved? Every extinction is a library that burns down, taking with it millions of years of evolutionary knowledge. Equus scotti reminds us that even the most successful species can disappear, but also that life finds extraordinary ways to persist and return. The next time you see a modern horse, remember, you're looking at the descendant of survivors, the result of an evolutionary odyssey that crossed continents and resisted mass extinctions to finally return home. The American horse's last gallop wasn't an ending, but a pause in a story that continues to be written today.